Hello and welcome. I'm Natalie. Let's talk about money. So today I'm going to talk about what to do with your 401k when you get a bonus. What do you do? So I have, my company, we get bonuses twice a year every year. And the amount just changes depending on how good the profit is for the previous year. And so we get our bonuses next week. And so they allow us, if we want, to move how much is put into our 401ks. They allow us to change the amount for just the bonus check. So we get paid normal checks this week, and then next week is bonus, and then the following week is a regular check again. So just that one check, just the one bonus check, we can change how much goes into our 401k. So this got me thinking and figuring out what I need to do, what I want to do, what I need money for right now, if I need money right now, or, what plans I have. So ironically, my boyfriend also is getting a bonus. I don't know if he gets it next week, this week, I don't know, sometime soon. And he had the same thing in his mind. They have to actually do it manually and change their percentages instead of emailing a form, which is what we do. But we had a very brief conversation about that. And I think we're on the same page. And I don't know. So I've gone through a couple different situations. So if I were, now again, we don't know what our bonuses are until like the Wednesday before. So we get the bonus next Friday. So we don't know until the Wednesday before how much the bonus actually is. So I don't exactly know what to expect. I have an idea. It'll be similar to last year, maybe a little less than this time last year, but it'll be similar. And so if that's true, then I would assume if I kept, I think last year when the checks or when the bonuses came, I was at 5% going into my 401k. And I am still at 5% now. Yes, I'm still at 5% now. And so I'm not sure, but if my bonus, the amount that would normally go to 401k from my bonus, if that were $250, which I don't know, but if it were $250 and I put it directly into my 401k and don't think about it, just wash my hands and don't even think about it, leave everything alone, don't send any emails, just let it be. And I put it into an investment account by itself. Let's pretend I separate it somehow into a brand new 401k, which I can't do, but let's pretend. If I did that and I put it into my little Dave Ramsey calculator over here, if I were to retire at 62, which is the new age that I have to work until, seemingly, if I work until I'm 62, I put $250 into an account, a brand new account with no other money, and I put no other money into that account after I put my $250 in. This is going to be it, just the $250, that's it. And I assume a low 10% return on that investment. After 14 years, which is 14 years until I turn 62, after 14 years, I would come out with $1,007. So is keeping the $250 in and putting it into my 401k worth it for a growth of $757? Is that worth it? I don't know. Let's change something up. Let's pretend I instead got a bigger bonus or put more away or whatever else, and I had automatically going to transfer $500 into the 401k. And I use a Roth, by the way, which does make a difference at the end of the year because there's a limit on how much you can put into a Roth. But that's besides the point right now, because you can move that. As long as it's before tax day, you can move that around. So that's not a concern for me. So if I instead, still retired at 62, and I instead put $500 in instead of $250, I still didn't add any more money other than that initial $500, and I still assumed a low 10% return on that investment, I would walk away with $2,015 in the end after 14 years. Did that make you cry a little bit? It made me cry a little bit. It's a little bit more tempting than the 1,007 or whatever it was. But realistically, it's just double what it would have been at 250. So realistically, it's not better. It is something that's important to note. It is 75% growth. 75%. If you can tell me any other financial scheme where you get a 75% return on your investment, let me know down in the comments below, because listen. So the question for me is, do I need the money now or do I need it later? That's really the only question. Do I need it now or do I need it later? Now, the good thing for me is that I don't run around with debt and I don't owe on my house and my car and my credit cards and all these things. I don't have any of that. So I'm not trying to pay down debt in any way. If you're paying down debt, in theory, you shouldn't even have money going into a 401k because you need to get out of debt first. But let's pretend you still have a mortgage, because a mortgage isn't considered consumer debt at all. So let's pretend you still had a mortgage and you're trying to pay down your mortgage as quickly as possible. This would be potentially $500 you could put towards your principal right now, which would lower your principal right now and save you money over the next however many years it takes you to pay off that mortgage. So if you had a mortgage and you were trying to pay it down, it might be worth getting the cash. It might be worth it. My situation is I want to go on a cruise for my birthday. And so I need cash for that. I'm not going to finance that in any manner. And so I need cash. And so $500 would be nice, as my voice cracks like a 16-year-old. $500 would be nice to put toward my cruise fund, right? Because my cruise is it'll end up being probably about $1,500 before I start buying all the little nonsense on the different ports, but about $1,500. And so this would be like a third of the trip, just with one change of my investment plan. And again, this is just for the one check. That's the bonus check. And I don't know how much the bonus check is. That's the problem. That's the problem I fight. I think for me personally, I think it would be better for me. Oh, I don't want to say this out loud. Is this bad? I want to put my 401k down to 0. Oh, is that bad? Is that bad? Are y'all going to hate me for that? Because I want the cash right now so that I can use it for my cruise and not have to worry. I don't like payments, right? And so when I'm putting money into my savings account, it's almost like a payment, except for I have the choice of whether I want to do it or not. But it feels like a payment, so I don't want to do that. So having this $500 just right there for me already, it cuts the bill in a third. And then when it's time to pay, I'll have the money. It's there. It's easy. So I'm embarrassed to say that I believe that's what's going to happen. Now, what do you do when you have a situation like this? Maybe you don't get a bonus, or maybe you, I don't know. You do get a tax refund. Most people get a tax refund because they think it's free money. It's not free money. It's money you're loaning to the government, and you're not getting a return on that investment at all. You're just getting your money back that you gave to them. Let them put you on hold for that money. That's not fair. Stop giving your money to the government. Anyway, if you get a tax refund, do you just go run off and spend that tax refund? Going back to my car selling days, tax refund time was the time to sell a car because everyone had money in their pocket. And everyone had these large down payments that they get approved for cars they couldn't afford. It was great when I was a car salesperson. It was great. But when you get your tax refund, assuming you do you save that money? Do you spend that money? Do you go buy a bunch of nonsense? Or what do you do with it? I don't get a tax refund. I actually pay in every year. Because I get a small pension from my late husband, and I don't have them take taxes out of that. And so I pay taxes in tax season in February. Well, not yet. It's March, and I still haven't done it yet. But I pay taxes every year. So I don't have that privilege of manipulating my taxes in order to get money back. Well, I do have the privilege. I could manipulate how much I have taken out of my regular checks, but I'm not going to do that. So what do you do when you get extra money? Do you save it? Do you spend it? Do you waste it? What do you do? Tell me in a comment down below. Tell me what you do. More importantly, is this selfish? Tell me what I should do. What should I do? Should I move the investment amount down to 0 for my bonus check? Or should I leave it at the 5% that comes out on every normal check? 5% or 0 or something in between. Maybe I do 1%. Maybe I do 2%. Something in between maybe. If it were 1%, you'd still get a little bit, right? Just not all of what it should be. So the important thing about money is 3 things. Once you're out of debt, because that's step one. But once you're out of debt, you've got 3 things to do with money. You can spend it, you can save it, and you can give it. And so those are the 3 things you need to do with money. So I just need to make sure all 3 of those are covered when I get my bonus. And so as long as I cover those 3, then I'm good. Now, because my regular checks are coming out, the week before and the week after the bonus check, somehow I'm excusing myself from putting this money into the 401k. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I don't have anything more. I'll put a note, a comment down below. Should I change what I put in my 401k? Should I make it 0, 1, 2, 3, or leave it at 5% of my bonus should go toward 401k? I vote 0. Is that bad? That's really bad. I shouldn't be saying that because it's bad. That's not an investment at all. That is a bad decision. I was going to say it's a bad investment, but it's not an investment. It's a bad decision. It's not hurting anyone. It's not hurting me. I don't need the money for anything specific except for my trip. I do need money for my trip. So maybe that's my excuse, right? Anyway, leave a comment down below. Tell me what I should do. Keep it or keep it in 401k or give it to me in cash. Tell me what I should do. Tell me what you would do. I thank you so much for stopping by today. Please remember to give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Please do remember to invest in yourself today so you can make a difference for others tomorrow. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great one.